Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and in this video we will be talking about mining gadgets coming up in Star Citizen Alpha 3.17, and this is a question that a lot of people have been asking on Spectrum or even in the comment section of this channel. Why are there mining gadgets? What are going to be the use, and who are those mining gadgets going to be for? Some of the answers I've actually also found in the comment sections of the video, guys. I know that I don't often have the time to unfortunately reply to your comments, but I do try to read them all, and some of you guys really come up with really interesting solutions. So who are those mining gadgets for? Well, first, I think that these mining gadgets will be fantastic in multi-crew mining. There are many ways to do multi-crew mining. They could have, for example, a scout that will come ahead with a faster ship. It can be any type of ship. It can be an Aurora, it can be a Mustang, something starter, but they could have some of the mining gadgets. They could scan some of the rocks and find the most interesting ones and eventually decide which ones are going to be interesting for the Prospector that would eventually follow up. And since they will be much faster than the Prospector, the pilot could leave their ship and go to the asteroid to place one of those mining gadgets, making it a little bit easier for the Prospector to come afterwards, so that they could mine some of the most valuable rocks, including those with Continuum, and then at the end of the day they would go back to the station and share a profit. Next, I think that the second scenario where those mining gadgets would be wonderful would be when we rent a Prospector. Now, there's a big problem when you rent a Prospector. Well, first, they're a little bit expensive. We're talking about over 50,000 of USD for 24 hours, so you really have to make sure that you make the most of your time for the money that you are spending. And to do that, you have to go for the big money maker rocks. I'm not talking about the small titanium, even diamonds. Those are going to be a waste of your time. You want to go for borates, you want to go for laranite, and of course you want to go for quantanium. And well, you cannot buy any modules for your Prospector that is rented. Rented ships cannot be modified, unfortunately. So how do you make it easier for you to rent to mine those rocks? I've tried mining some quantanium rocks at the Lagrange points, and it took about half an hour to break a simple quantanium rock. So it's really tedious, really hard. But with the mining gadgets that are coming up in 3.17, I really believe that it's going to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more feasible, and I really believe that money will be able to be made here by renting a Prospector and buying those gadgets that you will be able to retrieve also at the end of the mining process. So that's also something that you have to keep in mind. And last but not least, I believe that those mining gadgets are going to be useful for people who are, well, not so good at mining. Not everybody is gifted, not everybody has the finesse that is required to mine some rocks that really have a tiny green zone, and you're gonna have to play with your mouse wheel. Not everybody likes this kind of gameplay, and I really believe that with those mining gadgets, it's going to make life easier for those miners, well, Sunday miners, we'll call them that, like that, right? Miners who don't really mine all the time, but sometimes are a little bit bored of other types of activities, like myself, for example. I don't mine often, and would definitely get those mining gadgets on not necessarily the most expensive rocks, but some mid-tier rocks that do have some laranite or some hephaestonite, maybe those mid-tier, not necessarily the easy ones with diamonds. That's too easy, but maybe some of those rocks that do have a certain degree of borates, for example. Sometimes they can be a little bit unstable or difficult to mine, and they should be a little bit easier with those mining gadgets. Same, I don't have a mole. Sometimes I rent a Prospector. I think that mining, again, some of those heavier rocks that are over 5,000 tons that are impossible to mine with a basic load out of a Prospector because they're simply too big. I think that these would also be feasible with the mining gadgets. So there we have it, guys. These are, in my opinion, the three scenarios in which mining gadgets would be useful. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Do you mine sometimes? What are your other ideas for mining gadgets? This is the last chance to get a win. A couple of things that we have on this channel as with this month giveaway. We have a Spartan, and we also have a raft, all of that with lifetime insurance. All you have to do is to subscribe to the channel in public settings and answer the question I just asked. Also, if you want to support the channel by going the extra mile on Patreon or via the YouTube membership program, you'll have access to my Discord channel edition, where thanks to Dr. Forbin, we have a Cutlass Steel. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it's the Eradicator. Shout out to Dr. Forbin and Eric Oln. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Joint Membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.